One day, you will bury your father, and that day, you will realize you lost the only man who wanted to see you do better than him. Here are 6 questions to ask your father before he dies. Number 1, what's your happiest memory of us?
Question 1.
What were those first?
What is your happiest memory of us children?
I think as children, my happiest memories are probably when we went to France. Those were lovely memories. You know, beautiful place, waterfall, sunshine, good food. But then just my other memories are just of all of you guys being at home and playing in the garden. Yeah, that was really fun. I loved that. Summer days, filling out the water, little swimming, paddling pools, jumping in them. But then as an adult, I think your wedding day was memorable.
What was your favourite part of our wedding day?
I think walking you down the aisle. That was a special moment. On the beach.
Yeah.
Sunshine. With the lovely colours. Oh, bless you.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a very special
Yeah,
day.
it was special, yeah.
Glad we got to share it.
Yeah. But yeah, just loads of happy memories of all of you as kids going to the beach, day trips.
Not even kids, like adults as well.
Yeah, that's right. When we went to Wales, remember? Wearing your swimsuits, your, what do you call them, wetsuits?
Yeah.
Yeah, so loads of happy memories.
Happy memories of your own.
Loads of good happy memories from childhood. Just playing with my brothers, sisters, family, going on our trips to Eastbourne with their mum and dad and picnics. Those are all lovely. Then as a student, as a 18-year-old, getting my result to go to university, that was special.
Oxford, by the way.
That was special, yeah. Yeah, that was like 2 years in the making, and then just like to be gifted, that was just incredible. A supernatural moment, because I, got a question to answer that I'd worked on, and it was just in the paper, and I just went, Alhamdulillah. And then got a phone call to say, you didn't do brilliantly, but you did one question that no one else in the country managed to solve.
That is insane.
Yeah, so that was special. Alhamdulillah. Yeah, never forget that. And then, years at university were great. And then it was great meeting your mum.
Do you remember that? What were those first few days of fatherhood like?
Fatherhood was special, yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, the first child, Raheem, being born was just madness. Like, you realise your whole life changed. Everything's changed. Everything's different now. There's somebody else that you have to take care of. So that is a life-changing moment, and it's a very beautiful moment, seeing that child open his or her eyes and just look at you like, that's it, you brought me into the world, now it's your responsibility. But alhamdulillah, it's special, because you have a partner, and you've done it with a partner, so it's a very special bond.
What's fatherhood like for you now, if that's what it was like at the beginning?
Yeah, now alhamdulillah it's great, because all the responsibility's literally gone.
Do you think that's genuinely true though? Probably not.
Yeah, well, yeah, no, you're all old enough now. You're all married. You're all old enough to look after yourselves. You don't need me. You don't need me for anything. But you still want me, and you still want to do things with me, and you know everything's a bonus. Alhamdulillah, it's not a chore. It's just very very relaxing, and alhamdulillah, enjoy our time together. Still support each other and have fun, but it's not like you need me to do anything or provide you with anything. You can do it for yourselves. So alhamdulillah, it's it's kind of like more like a friendship, isn't it, now, rather than a father-child role as such. But I suppose you never stop being children to me, do you?
Yeah.
And I never stop being your dad, but at least and it's nice because you've got the wider family circles. So yeah, it's really nice. Alhamdulillah, it's good. I like it.
But you think like we don't need you, but I feel like we definitely do.
Yeah, no, it's nice that you want to spend time with me, and that you still, you still welcome the support and the love, which but it's not like I could go away for a year somewhere, for example, and you'd be all right. You'd cope, you'd manage. It's not like I have to be here for you. So alhamdulillah, that's the best situation, isn't it? You're adults, so you're working.
At what point do you think it got to that stage? Because like
Yeah.
it's probably not been like that for very long then.
No, it's not been like that for long. I think once you got married, and I think for you, once you got moved out, then it was, that's it. Amira's settled now, and she's solid, and you got your job and stuff. Z's got his job, and he's married, so alhamdulillah, he's also on that track. Raheem's obviously well settled and stuff.
He does depend on you though still, because you do have 2 kids still in the house.
Yeah, look, that's just we're living together. Alhamdulillah, that's great. He can. But he and Jasmine, they've both got jobs now, so at any stage they're fully capable.
Capable is more the word,
they're fully capable of living on their own if they wanted to.
Yeah.
Renting out a place if they wanted to, or I can help them out to buy something, inshallah, down the line if they want to do that as well. Or they could stay with me, whatever. So just see what happens. It all depends on what happens to me as well as to them. Where life takes us. I've lived in this country all my life, so I actually do want to live somewhere else for a little while. I think I'd like to live abroad, somewhere like Dubai or Qatar or Abu Dhabi or somewhere like that for at least 2 years. Because I don't want to live my whole life in one place. I've lived in this area of England my whole life, and I think it would be nice to try living somewhere else, just even for a few years. So I'm still young enough to still be able to do it.
Yeah.
And healthy, alhamdulillah. I'd still obviously keep property here. I think you should always have property in different places. So I'd always want to have some property in London. But I think I would like to just live somewhere else for a change. And I might hate it.
For experience.
Yeah, and I might hate it and might not like it, but then I just sell up or whatever, or if I've bought something, or if I'm renting, whatever, and then come back to the UK.
Yeah.
Come back to London.
What you do
at least
know.
you give it a go. At least you give it a go. I think the worst thing you can do is not try things.
Yeah.
Have to give it a go, inshallah.
That's true, actually.
That's what I think.
What do you want or wish most for your kids?
Just happiness, health. These are the key things. Happiness, health. That can come in many different ways. Come with simple things. Generally, that's the best way. Just health, being with family, friends, treating people kindly, being happy with yourself, improving your own self as much as you can. It doesn't come with money or with business success or anything like that. All of those things are, you know, things that if you're interested in it and you want to do them, then that's great. You know, if you're motivated to do something, that's great. It might be a business, it might be a sport, it might be a fashion, it might be any kind of interest or passion you've got. Pursue it, enjoy it, and but money isn't the be all and end all. You know, you can just become focused on that. Money's important. You need enough to be able to survive, be comfortable, to be able to spend money on clothes, shopping, holidays, you know, so you need money. Money's important, but you shouldn't make it the focus of your life, and you shouldn't worry about it, because you could spend years worrying about it and just suddenly a decade's gone and just you didn't need to do that. You should have just focus on just doing what you need to do. You know, you have to work hard with anything, whether it's a business or employment. You know, you have to put time and effort into things for things to come out the way you want them to. You can't just expect it to happen without you putting the effort in. But put the effort into something you enjoy, I would say. Put the effort into something that you actually are passionate about, because then your life is much better. You'll enjoy it. I worried too much about money for too long, really, and got myself wound up, you know. But alhamdulillah, things panned out. But this latest holiday we had in Africa was great. Yeah, I loved that. Alhamdulillah, it was really, really nice being with other people, like-minded people, volunteers who want to help, all having a sort of shared focus, shared vision, and working together to try and achieve it. Amazing. Loved it. Yeah, it was really, really wonderful holiday. I call it a holiday, even though it was like a charity trip to do charity work. It felt like a holiday, you know, because we did excursions and trips, and nothing felt like it was a burden. You know, I actually enjoyed doing the DIY stuff in the orphanage. Actually,
you were really good at it.
My favourite days.
I heard you were really good at making the bed frames and.
Yeah, no, I actually, I love all that stuff, because I've been doing that my whole life, building stuff at home and furniture and everything.
Yeah.
So that was great. I loved doing that. I really felt a sense of achievement doing that. Made a small improvement to somebody else's life. That for them, you know, it's the difference between sleeping on the ground or sleeping in a bed. You know, I mean,
It's like your pleasure to do that.
yeah, it's absolute pleasure and a privilege to be able to do it. It really is. So may it continue, and may we be able to do more like that stuff, inshallah. Yeah, if you can do that when you're younger, yeah, I guess it would be wonderful. It's taken me a long time to get around to doing it, but alhamdulillah.
But it's so interesting because, like, obviously the child that you and mummy raised in Ziyad, that equaled your experience now. So, like, it's almost like it was like you got around to it back then, because had you not made a person like Ziyad, you wouldn't be in that position, really. But you put the hard work in to make a child that ended up like Zia.
No, I think Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does that. We are merely facilitators. I think it's Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that shapes your character through the help of your parents. You know, and that's why it's such an important relationship. You know, Allah mentions it many times, you know, the child and the parent. Respect your parents, you know, and it's because your parents are, you know, probably the only people, like that Instagram reel said, the only people that want you genuinely to do better than they did. You know, no matter what, they just want the best for you, regardless, and they want that unconditionally. There's no condition on it. You know, there's nothing. We don't need anything from our children. We just want them to be happy, healthy, and successful.
How would you tell us to be happy?
I think what makes people happy is when they probably pursue things that they're genuinely passionate about and they try. I think it's not necessarily the destination you get to. I think it's the journey, how you were along the way, that counts. You know, sometimes I was over obsessed with the destination. I want to get to that point where I've got this and I've got that and I've got that, and I forgot to enjoy the journey to some extent. You know, luckily I was a teacher and I was able to spend a lot of time with my children, and so alhamdulillah, I don't regret any of that. I love that, having spent time. You know, time is so important. So the time I had with my children is utterly valuable and amazing, and I wouldn't trade that for anything. So that feeling you have when you spend time with your family and children, you know, you can't buy that. It's priceless. So there's no amount of money that could substitute for that. But happiness comes from treating others well.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the most important thing. Treating others well, how you would want to be treated. I think that's your character shapes your happiness. You can't get happiness from, you know, sort of having X or Y, acquiring X or Y. That's not how happiness is achieved. It's through your own personal relationships, you know, with your family, friends, and with your creator. You know, because ultimately we know this life is temporary. So yeah,
That's a good reminder.
Yeah.
And this kind of goes hand in hand, but I think it was what are you most proud of with all of your children?
The main thing that I'm proud of is your character. You know, a lot of other people have always said to me, oh, your children are so nice, they're so friendly, they're so hospitable, they're very communicative. Those are the things I'm most proud of. When teachers would say it about you, oh, Amira's so helpful, she's always asking, Miss, can I help you, can I do this for her? And I used to love that. I used to think, yeah, amazing. You know, so your mother brought you up to be like that. I had a very small part to play. But similarly with Raheem, his personality, how he used to treat people, talk to people, and then Z as well, amazing. Everybody said, oh, he's an amazing, talented boy, you know, so good with other people, other children, and in the school, and a motivator of others, a leader of others. Those are the things I'm proud of, and I'm proud of how you all treat your family, you know, your parents, how you treated me and your mother, and your uncles and aunties. You know, I used to have friends come round and then suddenly you or he would turn up with a tray of drinks and I didn't ask you to do that. So it's those little things, those little acts of kindness and of character that I value the most. That I, you know, think, yeah, I'm proud of my children because they do things like that without me having to ask. That's the big one. I would say, yeah, Raheem's a doctor. You're a teacher. You got a degree at 2-1 from top universities. Z's got a top degree from a university and has got a top job. So you're all very successful in your careers, but you've been successful in who you've chosen to marry, your spouses, alhamdulillah. So may Allah bless you all in that, and that's again a reflection of your character, that you're able to find other people of good character, and Allah's put you together, alhamdulillah. So yeah, I'm proud of those things more than I'm proud of achievements or academic or financial.
I wouldn't have even crossed my mind to not say the things that are so obvious, like Raheem being a doctor and me being, like, you know, artistically skilled and things like that. Like, it didn't even cross my mind that you weren't going to say that, but you didn't say that. You said
no,
the
those
other
things are
nice.
Those are incidental. They're important, but they're incidental really to the bigger most important thing, which is, are you of good character? Are you of good moral character? Are you kind? Are you considerate? Are you respectful of others? You know, and if I've ever gone wrong in my life, it's because I've gone wrong in that respect. So I sort of do have regrets. And people say, oh, a lot of people say, oh, I have no regrets, I am what I am because of the things I did. I don't agree with that. I think we make mistakes in life, we learn from them, and they do make us who we are, and they shape who we are, but there's certain mistakes I wouldn't have liked to have made.
Yeah,
and
you
I
wouldn't
wish
have liked to have learned
if I
that
went
way.
through life again, I wouldn't make that mistake, because I'd know, don't do that,
that.
because that ended in that, and that
Yeah.
caused that. So I don't think that, I wouldn't say that phrase that other people say, oh, I have no regrets. I do have regrets.
Yeah.
And
That's nice.
I hopefully have learned from the mistakes I've made.
Mm.
But I wish I hadn't made some mistakes, so, you know, I apologise for those mistakes that I've made, and may those people forgive me, and may Allah forgive me. But it is what it is, and you have to move on, and you have to accept what you've done, and you have to accept that this is a journey, and that the path is, you make some steps to the right, you make some steps to the left, but you know, ultimately you hope that you will make more good steps than bad ones.
Yeah. What's the nicest thing us 3 kids have ever done for you?
Again, it's not like some big thing, oh, you bought me a
Pinpoint,
car, or
yeah.
you bought me this, or you took me there, or it's the daily kindnesses, it's the small kindnesses that I cherish.
Mm.
You know, might just be a hug or a smile, you know, or a kiss on the cheek, or a card that says we value what you did for us, Dad, you know, taking me to dinner, or those small kindnesses are what I appreciate. You know, spending time with you like this, sitting down, having a chat, tea, talking. You know, these are the small kindnesses. It's not about the big. It's not about the big. You know,
Yeah.
grand gesture. It's not about the grand gesture. Those. When you look back on your life, those aren't the things you remember.
Mm.
They're not. You remember the small kindnesses. Those are the things you actually remember, which is bizarre, isn't it? You'd think,
Yeah.
oh, I'd remember
Yeah.
such and such took me on a yacht.
Yeah.
No, you actually don't remember that so much as you remember the hug you got from them when you were a bit down. You know, or don't worry, I've got you, I've got your back. You know, the little phrase or something, just something that sort of just tells you that person's in your corner. You know, so I think those are the things that I value much more now.
Yeah, that's another nice reminder.
Yeah, because your mum was my biggest ever supporter. She was the person who would always look out for me with every small kindness that you can imagine. Every small kindness, you know. I could, you know, just say now, oh, you know, look at the cherries in that tree, they look really nice, or whatever, and then tomorrow a big bowl of cherries would be in front of me, because she'd gone out and bought it, because she heard me say cherries the day before, and then bang, they'd be there. You know, sometimes even later that day. I didn't have to ask her. You know, those sorts of small kindnesses. Someone being concerned about you, asking after you. You know, do you need anything? I miss that. But luckily I've got you, my children, you know, you, Raheem and Z and Anissa, Jasmine and Saf, you know, all 6 of you, alhamdulillah, are lovely. You all look out for me. So it's like I've had 3 children, but I've got 3 more. now, you know, which is, alhamdulillah, it's a real blessing. And it's, yeah, I'm really, really blessed. So, you know, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala took away my biggest fan, my biggest supporter, but it's not as if he hasn't replaced her, you know, with you three and you six. SubhanAllah. And then on top of that, you know, Anissa's father and parents and his wider family, Sonia, I said, Uncle Max, you know, the wider family, all of Anissa's family, wonderful supporters, and wonderful companionship and love from them. Your in-laws, Uncle Nabeen, Auntie Naseem and Simi Faris, and Saf, obviously. All of them have shown me so much love and support. So again, it's like it's a wonderful gift. And Jasmine's family as well, you know, her grandmum's lovely, Linda, and Tom as well with the paddle and all that.
And
you
in
know,
Switzerland as well.
And in Switzerland, that's absolutely amazing. Susanna and family.
Yeah.
So, you know, we've had some wonderful times with Jasmine's family, and yeah, they're lovely as well. So, alhamdulillah, you know, I'm really blessed to have all of you. I do obviously miss your mum, who I was with from when I was 20. I was 20 when I met your mum, and was married at 21. And then I was with your mum until 2024. So 34 years I was married, 35 years I knew her, 35 years. So that's most of my adult life. Most of my adult life. More time with her than not. So if you can imagine what that's like, it's hard for any of you to actually understand my situation. It's very difficult. You can't. It's impossible. You just don't know. You don't get it because you haven't lived with someone for longer than you've been alive. To be with someone for that length of time, to grow up your whole life, your focus, your core, your outlook, it's like the center of your universe is that person. It's the force of gravity. You know, if gravity wasn't here, we'd just be floating away, right?
Yeah.
We'd just drift off. Gravity is a force that keeps us, you know, absolutely locked into place, fixed. I've lost that gravity. Like, you know, that gravitational pull is gone. So I'm now clutching at things, right, to stay grounded, because that's how it feels. I could just drift off. So luckily, you know, I've got all of you, my children, family, everything I've got, you know, so that's, but when you lose a partner like that, you've lost something. You've lost a part of yourself. You've lost a part of yourself, which is a good thing, actually, because you will be reminded that you love that person, and that one day you will be reunited. The problem is that now, without companionship, life is difficult, because there can't be that. There's not actually that many people. I would say it's a smaller number of people than larger that have had a happy 34-year plus marriage in life. I don't think many people get as lucky as that. I think people get married and they get divorced. You know, I think the divorce rate is quite high now, or they don't get married, but this is life, and life is a test. Life is an examination. Everything around us is created by the supreme being. the ultimate, the powerful, almighty intelligence is there. You don't have to worry about anything.
Yeah.
You literally don't have to worry about a thing because he's so powerful, he can do anything. What have you got to worry about? You put your trust in the supreme creator of all things, subhanAllah.
What's the one thing you want us to remember after you're gone?
Oh, I think just, Dad did well for us. Dad did us proud, or Dad tried hard for us and loved us.
Yeah,
That's what we need to remember.
you can so
Dad,
happily know that we all feel that
Dad
way.
loved us and did whatever he could. Did his best. He wasn't perfect, and he was a bit angry at times, aggressive, but everything was always for the right reasons. You know, if I did ever get angry with you, it wasn't because I was a nasty person, it was because it was better for you to have not done that thing that you did. It was in your interest. It was in your best interest and in the family's best interest that you stopped behaving in that bad way, or you didn't.
I
do
don't
those
really
bad,
have
so.
memories like that.
No, well,
Me
any
personally, I don't
any
really.
small instances where I would have shouted at you or Z
I don't remember
or
really.
Raheem or did what I did for your mother and for all my children, my family. And you know, I was always thankful to Allah for being the provider. I was merely a facilitator. Yeah, I'm not the provider. I've never taken credit. I've never ever taken credit, and I think you'll remember this. I never took credit for providing you with a house or with a food or anything. I always told you, no, this is from Allah. It's not from me. All rizq is from Allah. It's not from me. I didn't create that wealth. I didn't create that property. I didn't create that food. So Allah's the creator. But I never took credit for myself. I think you'll remember that. I never will.
Yeah.
Never will. I don't take credit for this. I don't take credit for how you turned out either. No, I don't deserve any credit at all. It's all in the hands of the Supreme Creator. All of it. Everything is in His hands. All of it. I'm merely part of the
Plan.
journey. I'm just.
We're all like vessels.
I'm merely a vessel. Yeah. A tool.
Are you cold, Dad?
No, I'm fine. I'm always hot. So really, that's what I would say. Just remember Dad as somebody that loved you all and enjoyed his time with you. And never, not someone ever that said, I did it for you. Oh, I only did it because I was doing it for you. No, I did what I did for everyone. I did what I did for me, for your mum, and for my children. Not, you know, some people say, oh, I did it for you. I only did it because you. No, I did it for all of us. So what I did because I wanted to. And may Allah grant you all the best, and may you remember me fondly, and have a spot for me in your hearts and in your du'as even when I'm gone. Just like you pray for your mother, I would want my children to always remember me in every salah that they give. So at the end of every salah, when you make dua, pray for your mum, pray for your dad, even while I'm alive. So we need your prayers, and they will live on. So may Allah forgive us and help us with the best of help in this world and the next.
Well, you're the best, Dad.
You're the
Alhamdulillah.
best.
And your
Thank
best
you.
was the best. I can confirm your best was actually the best.
Oh, bless you.
Love you, Dad.
No, I love you too.
This was nice.
Yeah.
Thank you for answering my
That's all right.
questions.
No, bless you.
You're the best, Dad.
You're the best. Thank you.
World's best, Dad, and then I just think about the photo frame with the beach day because that's just a great summary
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
world's best dad and
Oh.
world's best family days.
Yeah, lovely. Yeah, we had nice times. Alhamdulillah.
Must have sent you a little video that reminded me of you, and that's why I was the only one on your recents.
Yeah, I don't even know how to access it. I don't even know how to.
Unlock it, let me teach you. I'll stop this.